So SRT or spiritual response therapy is a modality which I learned about 11 years back. My teacher Malvika came from the US to teach us in October of 2010. And in January 2011, I got my certification as an SRT practitioner. Now, SRT talks about a lot of past patterns, because it accesses the subconscious mind. Okay. So, so SRT is basically a dowsing technique, meaning we use this dowser to check the energies. And we have these set of charts, we have these set of charts, which are like about 42 charts that we have here. And actually, I have added various other charts through my process of practice of this particular modality. SRT actually accesses the subconscious mind. Now, when I speak, when I do clearings, when we do Reiki, like supposing you go to a dietitian for your diet, she'll tell you certain do's and don'ts. All of us know those, isn't it? At least 80% of them we know what to do and what not to do. But the thing is that we are not energetically there to be able to do them. That is what sort of limits us in that program of weight loss. So what SRT does, it works on those patterns. How does it work? It first helps us to identify those patterns of the issues that we are feeling. So first we identify, and a lot of people are amazed because they themselves are not aware of what is it that is limiting them. So when we look into SRT, we actually first identify. So it's a diagnostic tool. We identify those patterns, and once identified, we clear them. So what happens is all I really need to do an SRT clearing for you is your name and your date of birth. And just with that information, I can identify the area of, the problem. I can identify what are the patterns, what are the discordant energies. And once we identify them, then we clear them. So when I say we, what do I mean? We means in SRT, we work as in I work with a higher consciousness. So your high self or your higher consciousness works with my higher consciousness, and we go ahead to clearing for your energy. What is higher consciousness? What is high self? As we say, so we all have a high self. We all have high self committees. Now, what does a high self mean? Usually, to explain it very simply, high self is a soul or a group of souls who vibrate at our highest potential. They vibrate at our highest potential. So, when we work from that space of a higher potential and we identify those blocks, then actually we go ahead into clearing them and trying to clear them from the subconscious. And when I clear them from the subconscious with the help of the pendulum, I give you some conscious mind work to do after that. And when you do that conscious mind work, which may be in the form of affirmations or some forgiveness or some cutting cords or some power codes, it's different for different people. The basic protocol may be same, but it's quite different for different people. And we work together for about a month on that particular issue, or in general on your energy. You see how easy it is for you to clear off a lot of stuff that you may have felt caught with for years and for lifetimes. But in this particular lifetime, you are ready to let go of it. And so we are able to clear it from for you in this lifetime. And then you see those patterns actually go off. You don't need repetitive SRT clearings. Once we have cleared, it clears off a lot of stuff. There are parts of inner child clearing that happens. There's brain restructuring that happens. It's a whole deep comprehensive clearing. So you can bring in a lot of new energies, because when we clear, we always download also. So what is clearing? When I use this pendulum, when I ask to clear, it clears in a particular way. And when I ask to download, it downloads in a particular way. So if we've cleared, if we've cleared anger, we will download love. If we've cleared unworthiness, we will download self-worth or self-esteem. And we have all these words on these charts. And that is how we go about doing a clearing. So there are two things. One is to do a full SRT clearing, a general SRT clearing, in which everything gets taken care of. Now, when I say everything, I mean that supposing you say I have a health issue and I just want clearing for my health issue. So what happens is that if you're suffering from a health issue, it is definitely impacting your career. It is definitely impacting your relationships. It is definitely impacting your overall, overall finances. So one aspect is not different from the other. So maybe the health issue is due to lack of finances or vice versa. So that's why when we do a full clearing, actually we take everything in it. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to understand. But there are issue-based clearings also. Supposing somebody says, no, I just want a simple clearing for this exam that I'm going to give. So we just tune into that energy, seek your permission to do it and clear for that, or clear for a particular event or a particular disease. That's fine too. It always helps. Another thing that is very, very evident and very, very clear in SRT is that the moment we start SRT, we have to make sure that I'm working just with you and your energy. So what happens a lot of times, and you must have heard this, a lot of times people say that, I'm just not feeling myself, or I'm doing so many things in the right direction. Why am I not able to succeed or go ahead? So why is that happening? Why does that happen? So that happens because a lot of times you have these energetic parasites hooked onto you. These are like, you have tapeworms in your body and you try to give yourself the best of food, the best of nutrition, but still you keep losing weight or you keep feeling sick. That's because the nutrition that you are sort of taking is not going to you. It is being used or dissipated in the energy of these dark souls, entities, extra souls, whatever you might like to say. So it is important, firstly, when we start SRT, we always say spirit and I are one and we work together as a team. And we make sure that we are just working with one soul and that is your soul. And it's very common to find extra souls attached to people. And it's nothing to fear, absolutely nothing to fear. So firstly, the first thing that we do when we connect to somebody's energy is to check that how many souls do they have in their body, and then bring the number of souls in their body down to one. And it happens like this, just a two twirling of the pendulum, and your energies are cleared. And you see those extra souls going. They are not there to harm you, but they play havoc because they found a good breeding ground for us. How do we attract these extra souls? A lot of times we have dark energies. We have, we are in spaces of addictions. Addictions meaning not only drugs or substance abuse or alcohol, but even addiction to food, addiction to a particular things, which sweets, because any form of addiction is lowering your vibration. It's coming from a space of self-sabotage. So we need to clear that. And the addictions are what attracts these dark energies into your energy system. Or it may be that you're not well, you're in a very low vibration state, you are depressed, you're in a dark space, you're on medication, people going through chemotherapy, your meridians get reversed, and it's very easy for these dark energies to come in. So with SRT, we identify, to start with SRT, we identify and we clear off any extra energies that could be there, which are impacting your energy.